if you're down with the show. If you're in, let us know. If you're out, find the door. Big Trox and JDirty, hit you at your spot just right, feeling so G. Nothing but some gangsters spitting on the mic, where reality's an instrument we played as we like. Big Trox and JDirty, keep it fresh, let the gangster emerge.
It's a canonized gangster on these A-town streets. I'm mobbing slowly down the block, bumping hard that A&B. More gangster than your grills or your Coogee jeans, or whatever else makes you feel like part of the scene. Because you think you're hard as hell, but I do not give a fuck. You're like a minivan and I'm a low-rider truck. You're like a toilet paper prank and I'm a drive-by shooting. I'm like the leader in a heist, you couldn't join a looting. You know these metaphors are here simply because they amuse me. You're like a Pixar film and I'm a Spike Lee movie. Or we could go back to before we were grown. I'm talking the likes of John Gotti and Al Capone. I like to think I'm reminiscent of my man Denzel. Training Day motherfucker, that was gangster as hell. Or the Crips and Bloods McGavin battled in the movie Colors. I'll knock you out like I was told by LL's mother. This is more gangster than rap, so just try and top that. I'm like a fresh CR on a flat-billed hat, feeling like I'm the star of a Scorsese flick. And I don't care which one, I'm just trying to fit the mix. And I'm harder than the kids that shot Clinton, Gran Torino. Staying strapped as gangster code numero uno. From a Gatling gun to Desert Eagle 5-0. I'm gangster cause it's the only damn thing that I know.
Come up quick with it low if you're down with the show. If you win, let us know. If you out, find your door. Big Trox and JDirty, hit you at your spot just right, feeling so G. Nothing but some gangsters spitting on the mic, where reality's an instrument we played as we like. Big Trox and JDirty, keep it fresh, let the gangster emerge.
I learned to be a decent person from my mom and my pops. I learned to be a gangster by Pac, always ducking from the cops. Learned a couple lessons and a couple more tricks. I'm the one that's taught too short to always say I've been a G since I was 10 and there ain't no turning back. I won't stop to ODB and AstroTurf make a track, cause I do believe that one day that could come true, and that will prove to me and Trox are more gangster than you. We start back where it began, yeah, 1993, and my appearance in the show, yeah, but gangster life had found me. As time went on, the lifestyle took over. Finding us is like finding a four-leaf clover. Because we cheat it from the beat up. If you step, you gon' get beat up. If it does come to that, I'm leaving you to do the cleanup. And I promise you right now that you don't wanna see the mess we leave it. Don't expect a fair fight, cause life ain't got no referee. You heard O'Shea rap about a good-ass day. The little fact they left out is that I was with them that day. Coming so gangster that you wanna hold your breath. We're more fresh than fresh in that movie Fresh. No, I don't mean to be a menace, but I'm wearing pink slippers. These days, all these rappers looking more like the strippers. A proud Shield feeling member of the canonized clique. Do yourself a favor, back up off my gangster dick.
And Scrub.com.
That's true.
I realized I was on the wrong side, and so I had to fix it real quick before anybody saw us. I don't think they saw us.
That
Wise guys, Trox with hair throws me off. Here's the thing. I just moved it like Wooly Willy. I'm just like Wooly Willy. Because you see,
You
it's
moved
not
the hair.
up here.
It wasn't that long on top. It was just
Almost.
That's like your beard's better than your head. That's for sure.
Yeah.
If I've ever said one thing, your beard is better than your head. You give sloppy head. That's what I'm trying to say.
You never had a head like me. You know what I'm saying?
You ain't never had a head like me.
Welcome, what up to episode 103 of Scrub Hop Live. We are Big Dirty Cotton. You are a shithead, and we appreciate you for being here. What is up?
Man.
Thank you. I pride myself on it. It's been getting a lot of comments lately. A lot of comments.
Sir, please step away from the children.
It's gotten really long.
You sound like
you're not
our
allowed to
ex-president.
volunteer, sir.
A lot of people talking about my beard. A lot of
people. I had more people talking about my beard yesterday than you've ever talked to in your life.
Nobody's had as many people talk about their beard as I have.
Nobody's ever had a beard like this beard. Okay. Starbeat said we look 100.
Yay.
Oh,
What's up, Starbeat? What's up,
Shouts
Wise
out.
guys? I saw Laney in the comments when we first got started.
Oh.
Welcome.
Oh yeah, I didn't see that, Laney. Sorry, this video's so nostalgic for me. Shouts, Laney. Real quick, happy birthday to our social media manager and
Shouts out.
Laney extraordinaire. She just celebrated a birthday the other day. I think she's like 21 or something now, right? About
21 and
21.
21.
Wow.
Now,
Yeah, so
raising the
shouts out
bar.
to that. Shouts out to everybody joining us on the show right now. I'm happy
No,
as hell.
only shouts out if you celebrated a birthday. That's it. That's all we're doing. So
That's
just
not
birthday
true.
shouts.
Well,
That's weird.
I'm not giving birthday shouts to everyone, just
That's a
general
weird
shouts
stance.
out.
Happy birthday. Happy
To
birthday to
See, let's go,
ya.
Laney.
Let's
And,
go,
yeah,
Laney.
I'm just trying to say, whoever's here, I appreciate you guys. So thank you for being
Yo,
here. Big
we
props.
are-
What's new in your hood? What's up?
We are Dirty Cotton, and we're here to do the big
That's
sizzle.
true.
And I'm just
It's not
happy
that big.
'cause it's
No.
not what I said.
I thought you said it was a good size.
It tasted like 10 inches, he said.
Yeah. So I do have a quick update I want to share with my brethren from the other Methrin and
Also,
all
the one with the same Methrin.
yeah, and all the shitheads out there.
Isn't it
Big ups,
weird
Laney.
to think that all three of us at one time in our lives were inside of your mother? Is that weird for you guys? Or is that okay? Just go ahead.
No,
What was your story?
I'm cool with it. I'm cool with it. I was just wanted to
But
let
how
the
recent
folks-
was yours? How recent?
Who are you talking to?
6 weeks.
Oh, me?
Just
All
checking.
right,
Yeah,
go
I was
ahead.
just
Oh,
checking. All right,
no,
go
you
ahead.
meant Jay. Okay, got it.
Oh,
got
it.
And I honestly wasn't sure. I don't
kind of
like
hot
that
these
story.
rhinos.
Ooh, picked the
That was
wrong
actually
weekend
the
to wear a
tag team of
hoodie.
that was the slogan for the night. What is up?
So I just wanted to share with the folks out there, those of you, you know, Laney's talking about her nostalgia feels. I know my man Wise Guy is going to fill me on this, but since we all last saw each other and we got to hang out and spend a little time, your boy and Mayhem went and saw one Busta Rhymes with Spliff Star. And Busta Bus. And when Spliff Star came out and kicked off the show, it just reminded me that, like, he is the reason why when Jay approached me 15 years ago and said, "Hey, do you want to be my hype man?" I was like, I just want to be like Spliff Star. And he's still doing it, guys. This motherfucker's in his 50s easily. And he's
probably 60s.
crushing it. They were so good.
Yeah, that's not true.
Incredible. And the craziest part about this show to me, so I saw him at the Climate Pledge Arena, which is the newest arena in Seattle. It's only a couple years old, and the acoustics are fucking incredible in this place.
Climate Pledge.
It's so dope. But the thing that was craziest about this to me is that I just mentioned that I saw Busta Rhymes and Spliff Star. He was the opener.
Right. I was going to say.
I was like, how the fuck is Busta gonna open a show? So you ask, who did he open for? Well, he opened 50 Cent, guys. Yes, and I had never seen 50 Cent live. I honestly had zero expectations at all.
That's insane. That's insane.
I really didn't like.
What's insane, that he's never seen him, or that he just didn't expect anything?
That he had zero expectations. If I was,
that doesn't mean he expected it to be. That's he can say that.
Well, no. I'll just say personally, because when I was growing up, it was way more 50. 50 was way more popping at the time I was growing up than Busta was, and probably vice versa. I would say.
Exactly.
If you remember,
our eras were different.
I'm approximately 10 years older than you, and so that timing works out perfectly, because when Busta was hot, that was when I was that age, and when 50 was hot, it was when you were that age. And so,
but then
by that time,
I imagine
chiming in here, agreed.
Well,
now
that's fair. That's fair. But I imagine then, as soon as you start hearing 50, every single song that he plays, you're like, oh, I know this one. I know this one. I know this
same
one.
With Busta.
Bro.
Well,
yeah, I knew I was going to know every Busta set, because I've been like, I listen to the Busta discography like once every couple months. I mean, I listen to Busta all the time.
Yeah,
like,
you've seen him at the Gathering before, right? A Gathering I
yes,
didn't get to go to.
One time at the Gathering, and so that was at least a decade ago.
Easy,
and so, like, I didn't really have any expectations for 50 Cent. And I was like, oh, it'll probably be good. You know, we'll see him do In the Club. It's going to be cool. Man, this motherfucker had one of the dopest stage shows I've seen at a hip hop concert, like with the stage theatrics and the pyrotechnics and like the shit that he was doing back and forth with Tony Yayo, and like it was wild. I know I sent you guys a couple like snapshots from the show while I was there, but I was literally just mind blown Jay, have you ever seen 50 Cent live?
No, I've never seen either of those gentlemen live before. No shit, brother. Obviously he can bust and chop and everything way better than 50 because he doesn't do that. But anyway, as far as 50 goes,
he also hucked a mic at a woman's face for no good reason. So there's that. Maybe he had a reason. Did she grab him by the nuts or something? I don't know.
Yeah,
that is
I
a
don't
good
know
question.
all that.
She might have actually been. She might have been threatening his mother.
Could have been. Sorry, Jay. I cut you off.
Yes.
What were you saying?
I was gonna say we grew up as Busta fans. I got busted on that rack over there, 4 or 5 records.
Sure.
I was not a 50 Cent fan until Power.
Same.
And I'm not kidding. Like I would hear, I knew the songs, but I never like sought them out except the Eminem features, and I would know him from Eminem records. But honestly, I was never a rap 50 fan. I never listened to G Unit, ever. So yeah, we were just different. It was not popping for us at the same way it was for you.
Part of that too. Sorry, Cotton. Real quick on this, and then I'm gonna let you finish. Back in those days when 50 was popping, Jay and I were very, very, very heavily into like only Juggalo music. And I don't know if you knew this, but during that era, ICP and Eminem had kind of a beef. So it was like anything that Eminem did, it was like, fuck that. I'm not listening to that. I'm not gonna
I still was quietly listening to all the Eminem stuff, just not 50.
I remember a time when Big Trox, when you were like, I would be like, this new Eminem song's great, and you were like, I don't fucking like Eminem. Like I remember that. I was like,
and now I'd say that there are 3 or 4 Eminem albums that I just don't mess with at all. But
the rest of his
by and large,
like,
like
I'm on 90% of his catalog's dick hardcore.
I knew that about you.
Not the accent era. I was not into that at all. But
I'm on those kids' dick hard. That's hilarious that you guys are.
Let me just ask you.
Those kids are Eminem right now.
Did 50 Cent play "I'll Whip Your Head, Boy"? Did he play that?
Yeah.
Oh.
He played an hour and a half, I'm sure. So he probably played all sorts.
I think he played 33 songs, if I'm not mistaken. Mayhem could definitely check me on that, because you know Mayhem's the person that like studies the set list
when she goes to concerts. She's taking statistics.
Yes, absolutely.
Sometimes like if you gotta do it, you know.
No, I've seen it. It's dope. I'm like, okay,
like, hey, so we've got this 3-song gap coming up. That this is going to be a good opportunity for us to go to the bathroom and grab a drink. And I'm like, okay, thanks for planning.
She's doing all that.
You married Jane Hine.
She's doing all that, and I'm falling asleep on the lawn chair.
Isn't that what they say he does? Like he knows the set list, or no, it was Zapin.
Yeah,
said that right, not John Hine. Ross. Yeah, okay. Fuck, I fucked up my.
So it was incredibly dope. I highly recommend if you get a chance to see in your city.
The tour like sold out. Like I heard about it and it was sold out. Not that I would have gone, but like I know that is the thing. That's the show to be to.
And we
at least here
we decided not to, like, we didn't pull the trigger until like a week and a half ago. Like this was a last minute one, because
you guys reached out on that one recently, and I was like,
and normally like you know how we are, we're like 6 months in advance fools, where we like buy the tickets and we've got the parking.
Well, then props to Mayhem, because yo ass was not like that back in the day.
No, that is definitely a change. That is definitely a change that has come courtesy of my wife. And now
you mean the first concert this motherfucker ever took me to in Colorado Springs to go see Tech
We
9.
went without tickets.
He drove me all the way there, and he and I did not have tickets. So we were just.
Did you watch the show?
We were standing outside for like maybe an hour and a half, and then finally he just slipped the guy who's working the door like $40 to let us both.
Shouts out Adam Anthrax. That's how we got into that show.
Apparently Adam Anthrax was working the door that night and needed $40. I think me and my kid brother were in that show, but we bought our tickets 6 weeks earlier. So we were inside warm.
You were.
No, this came up recently. Now I'm going to digress for a second.
Okay.
So you now buy tickets early?
We normally buy them the minute that they go on pre-sale now. Like Mayhem gets pre-sale codes, and then like we'll both log on to Ticketmaster at 10 a.m. on a Thursday, and we'll have those tickets in our wallet by 10:04. You know what I'm saying?
And me as well. So a homie of mine at work hits me up the other day, and she says, "What app do you use to get tickets like a couple days before a show?" And I said, "I stay home." What are you talking about? And she was like, "No, if you decide to go to a concert last minute," I was like, "You don't know me very well. Like,
Yeah.
I don't do that." And she told me, she's like, "Remember those Elton John tickets I showed you? Those pictures, how I was in the pit of Elton John or whatever that's called, like mad fucking close." I was like, "Of course." She's like, "I flew to LA hoping to buy tickets to that show, and I got them for like $100." I was like, "You got on a I wouldn't go out to a restaurant without a reservation anymore." Like, and I'm not bougie. I don't go out to eat. I'm just trying to say,
man,
what the fuck? And I told her about you. I said, my homie does this shit, and it used to be like the bane of my existence because I had to wait for you to find a scalp ticket when I had my ticket. Oh, it was hell.
The best example of that was the Dark Lotus show at the Ogden, where I didn't get in until like probably before like whoever the opener was on that show.
You talking about Hatchet Rising?
Yes. That I didn't have a ticket for that show.
You missed the whole beginning of that until Lotus?
No, I missed a little bit of the start of it just because I was trying to get in, but
and I left you, I'm sure.
Absolutely, but I got in.
I went in. I bought a ticket.
Yeah, so
I was a responsible teenager. Trying
real
to
quick,
I
see a couple comments in the chat I want to get into, but I just wanted to come full circle back on this. That yes, that has now completely changed in my life.
Good.
Like this last one, doing tickets like 10 days in advance was like, ooh, are we going to be able to make this work? This is crazy. Yeah. I work with this dude. Like, okay, so we went and saw Ed Sheeran a couple weeks ago, and we paid a pretty penny for these tickets, and they were pretty decent seats, but they weren't like on the floor. They were still in seats. You know what I mean? But it was at the big stadium in Seattle. So anytime you do that shit, it's expensive. And I bought these tickets like a year ago. Like this is one of those shows that went on sale like 12 months in advance. So we got them the day they went on sale, had them for this whole year. Loved it, had a gred time. I go to work the next day, and the guy that sits behind me is like, "Hey man, I went and saw a great concert last night." I'm like, "Really? What'd you see?" And he goes, "I saw Ed Sheeran at the Lumen Field." I'm like,
"Yeah.
Did you plan that?" And he's like, "Nope. Me and my wife decided last minute to just go online. I found some tickets for like $100. We drove down there and we were like front row." And he's showing me pictures from in the pit where he's like against the barricade.
That's what I'm saying. I don't understand that. I would never even
this thing for a year, and I was like 100 feet behind where this motherfucker was. And I'm like, how did you like make the decision that day and have a crazier concert experience than I did for way less money?
Right.
So is it just that like they release tickets that are like still available last minute?
I think so. That's what he said, because he said he got them straight.
It's host shit, but I have a feeling yes.
And to agree with what Wise Guy said, I was ignoring the comments there for a minute, but RIP spontaneity. It's not a thing anymore. You got to man. I'm an old man. Who's got to be planned.
Look at my friend.
But that would never happen in my world. I got he doesn't have any kids.
I need to start looking at that. I need to start looking at stuff like that.
This guy is it's just him and his wife, and like it's not like childcare needs to be taken into consideration. You know what I mean? And it's like if I want to do something, I gotta have a babysitter like weeks in advance.
And maybe, but no, I can't say that because this was my mentality at 14. Like I was gonna say, maybe my kids changed me, but I've always been like that. It makes me
I know you have.
It makes me nervous.
And I'm completely different now than I was, but I recognize how frustrating that was for you, and I'm sorry. Listen, this is why I
never once sugarcoated it. I was very vocal about it all the time. So
my name is taken by me said, WTF is up with 3-Headed Monster dropping another album. I didn't even listened to the first one yet. You're messing up for not listening to the first one. That's dope.
That's a weird statement. You can't be upset they dropped another one if you haven't heard the first one.
It came out like 6 months ago, and it's pretty dope.
The first one is stupid fresh. The second one, I think, is even better.
Really?
It dropped today.
But
it's not on Spotify. They're like all major streaming outlets, brother. You know those fucking Violent J promos? No, it ain't. It's on YouTube. That's it.
That's it.
Unless someone said Apple Music, but I don't pay for Apple Music because I pay for Spotify. So
I bet
it
it'll
should
be on.
hopefully hit
It'll
tonight.
probably launch on Spotify tonight or tomorrow.
Yeah, but it's dope. It's called Rampage. It's 11 tracks. It's more of a rap record. And I think they all shine way harder, especially Isham, than the first record. To me,
I'll definitely peep it.
So check it.
I saw their Instagram post last night where they did their announcement, where like each of them would say a word. And I was like, oh, that's kind of cool that they dropped another record this fast, you know. But I figured it would be like a 5-track EP or something like that.
No, it's 11 tracks, but like one of the songs, like "It's Obliteration," it was clearly scrapped from the first one. But who gives a fuck? And Isham last night went on live Instagram, getting lost in New York on a bike. It was fucking hilarious. And but anyway, he was all talking about how we're out here running these streets. I don't care what record album covers you've seen that might look like they're ripping me off. They can't rip us off. Clearly going after the Twisted. Like it was like he was all drunk and fucked up riding a bike talking shit. And then on the record, it's like all three of them address it as if like one of the tracks is pretty new. Cause like, it's almost like they're like, you ripped off our shit, but we're coming back harder, you know? Like, so I really feel like they addressed the Godzilla thing from Twisted.
That's hilarious.
Oh no, I know you're not upset, dog. I'm fucking messing around.
Laney said, "Can't get into Ouija. I tried, but no." So, Laney, I actually,
if he ain't on with Violent J and Isham, neither can I.
No, and there's a few bars on that first record where I'm like, oh, I can dig this, but I don't like his voice and his cadence. It's just not my style. I'm not hating on the guy. Hey, I know a lot of people like that shit, and that's dope. Like, do that.
My problem with
I talked to people like Matt Hatter on our show. He digs them, and I know Festeroni digs them. It's just not my thing.
My problem with him on the first record, this is a long live and we're going weird, and I realize that. I'm sorry, everybody. But my problem with him on the first record, it's called The Three-Headed Monster. It's one body with three heads.
Yeah.
Like 6 different times he raps and references how there's 6 pairs of nuts and there's all these different feet and there's multiple tails. I'm like, I think he's so fucked up on whatever he does. He doesn't even get what the whole concept is. And it pisses me off when I listen to it because I'm like, no, it's not a threesome. There's one fucking dick. Stop this shit, man. So sorry. That's my Ouija rant.
At one point, we talked about Ouija on the show, and I had like an old album or two on my iTunes, so I went in there and I put one on my phone, and I gave it an honest try, and I spun the whole thing. I don't think there was one song that I would have wanted to go back to. It's
I agree, Trox, entirely. What's up, bro?
I was, I was kind of just like following along,
wavering in and out. I know.
Yeah, but then when you said that there's like, are you insinuating that there's no way that a three-headed monster could have 6 nuts? Because I think that's a weird thing to say. Like that for certain. It wouldn't have 6 nuts.
So this whole time, that's what you took away.
That's what he took away.
That was honestly.
You were trying desperately to just like latch on one.
I was trying to connect to something. I was trying to connect to something.
The fuck out of this thing, and he did a great job taking us down his voice.
I was trying to connect to something that you guys were talking about that whole time, and I was like,
but the one dick is your problem, that there's not multiples.
No, I'm not saying more than one dick.
You
is
want
the problem.
6 nuts?
I'm saying, why couldn't a three-headed monster have 6 nuts? No. I don't know why that's
There's a picture of him on the cover, and there's no nuts. If we're gonna get real fucking technical here,
but
it's a no nut Godzilla. As if the three-headed monster is 3 people, and it just drives me crazy. The other ones reference him being, I'm a head, I'm the other head. He's like, we're 3 people, we're just in a costume.
I want to go back to this wise guy's comment in a second, but just to continue on that topic, it could have 6 nuts, but the ratio of limbs to nuts set. Monsters ain't real. It could have 6 nut sacks.
Thank you. That's the only point that I'm making.
No, I'm arguing with the whole world right now, because if you
really, you're going to argue with the whole world on this?
Except you, they're here. You're not even here.
He's laying back.
Yeah.
He's like, oh, you gonna argue about that?
If you suspend this and you believe in the world that they are painting, they all 3 have got to stay within that world. You can't. It's like he's an actor in a movie, and the other 2 are playing their role, and he's doing like the side scripts It's just weird. I don't get it, and it drives.
You ever see a movie with
that motherfucker back there is not real.
Exactly. There's no continuity to his raps on that record.
Lots of people do that. Lots of people do that. I'm just
but
saying
I don't care.
It's a creative thing.
You're the Ouija of our group. We'll be on like a direction, the both of us, and then you're just like over the fuck here. Like you're Ouija Mac. Yeah, you could be Isham. I'm too fat to be Isham. I gotta be Jay.
That's cool. So I want to go back to Wise Guy's comment that he put in here. Have you guys heard the AI Drake and Weekend song yet? It's the best thing they've ever done together.
I read that as Al Drake, and I was wondering who Al Drake was.
Al Drake. You know that new Al Drake? It's like, who? Wow. I have not, Wise Guys, but I know that you send me a lot of AI shit, and it does trip me the fuck out.
It's scary.
And I know that it's gonna continue. Like
You've
now,
heard it, Jay?
artists.
No, but I've heard these songs. Not this one he's talking about, but I've heard Eminem songs. And,
I've heard a Jay-Z song,
Snoop Dogg songs that are
I heard
not
an AI
them
Jay-Z
at
song
all.
that I'm like, it sounds exactly like Jay-Z.
Yeah,
and it's 100% fabricated. It's crazy.
Yeah.
I haven't heard any of
no, I
yet.
haven't, but I'm down to listen to it, but we can't play it on here because AI will sue us.
But then, like, what's the?
I just found a toothpick in my pocket.
Well, you know what? Watch us. Well, just because we're talking about it right now, AI is gonna fuck up our show going forward. It's gonna change one of us out.
If AI could make some fucking Big Dirty Cotton tracks, that would be pretty fresh and like get our shit popping out there.
Wouldn't it be funny if we have like 70 monthly listeners on Big Dirty Cotton, and then all of a sudden we get an AI one with like 10,000 monthly listeners?
That'd be fresh.
Like AI actually gets us listeners.
I'm with it.
It's gonna fuck with our show. I'm telling you.
How many dicks do the three-headed monster have? Unlimited dicks. It could be just.
I feel like she was doing some sort of a.
Is it like a haiku she was going for there?
Yeah,
Art
I think
on my
she was
sleeve. We'll do that.
like doing some sort of a.
How much wood could a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood? Got it.
But I would say it would be made of dicks if it was of us three. It's just it's a three-headed monster, but the heads are all heads of dicks.
Okay.
Come on! Don't you guys both try to act like that wasn't something?
Exact response to that.
Fuck you both, dude. You're acting rude right now. This is weird.
You're literally.
You're just a fucking dickhead, Mike.
I'm not a fucking dickhead.
You're a fucking musketeer looking Donnie.
So here's the deal, guys.
Can I tell you guys what I have?
Yeah, lame.
What?
That's on the back. That's why you don't see it on the cover. Oh,
you could be onto something.
He's onto something.
I'm just saying, like, if all of a sudden I'm watching Toy Story and the Barbie's like, "Nah, fool, I'm a toy," and lays back down, and she just stops doing anything for the whole movie, it's like all of you need to be awake, okay? You all need to be in Andy's room. That's all I'm saying. This pisses me off that Cotton's still on the show. We're replacing him.
Yeah, it's. I was just about to say that.
Like, you're out there. And good luck. Watch me try.
It's officially over. It's officially over for you. We're done. For anybody else that's interested, come on back on Sunday. Cotton is off the show.
Open casting call for Cotton seat starts right now. Have you guys seen him kill Tony?
Yeah. Because I saw way more comments in the chat about Ouija Mac than I did about all the nuts and dicks that I mentioned. So why don't you guys?
Starbeats, what you do with your bucket hat is you wear it on the show with us for
Starbeats she's great.
You guys are acting like what I did tonight wasn't a stronger contribution to both the chat, to you, to our conversation.
So you falling asleep with your eyes open was contribution?
I'm saying that what I bring to the table is not something that you guys can get anywhere else.
We'll see. Casting call is open.
Thank you.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Are you? I bet you're holding a casting couch. You sick fuck. Weirdo. Look at you.
I was gonna start yelling at you, but that was funny.
Lady, agreed. I won't even get into that comment. If you know, you know. It's shit's wild.
You know. Shouts out.
And
Tracy,
you are also available.
Tracy, you could come audition. Wise Guys, if you want to come audition, just watch the season finale. You guys seem to hate each other on the video countdown. I've never been more angry at this down below than during last week.
I talked about it afterwards. It was fun.
I was so mad. I'm so mad.
Yeah.
Like,
well, I mean,
even when I watched it back live,
man.
I was
so mad. When you act like this, people don't even think it's real. They think you're just putting on a bit. Like it's like really like, oh, he's mad again.
Oh, hey, what is that comment? What is that?
Jay is the one that brought up the dick.
Oh, that's right. Eat 3 dicks, Cotton.
Star Beats next episode.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Straight up.
Go.
Send in your video submissions. You don't even have to
video submissions.
You don't have to look like this motherfucker. Just come on and be with us.
And if you do, even better. Like that could be even funnier if you do look like him.
I was just listening to a podcast about doppelgangers. That would be cool.
Out of the sheer coincidence, if you look like fucking Cotton, I'm sorry, but hit us up and you.
Dude, I will bow out of the show if you guys can find someone that looks enough like me. Who I think is funny enough. I will bow out of the show.
Here we go. 303-578-8952. If you want to email us, you can do that at scrubhop@gmail.com.
This will be the new day to never forget in September.
Join us this Sunday.
If you look like Cotton, hit me up.
You gotta look enough like me, and you gotta be at least as funny.
I
These
need
are 2 requirements.
I need a shitty background. I need shitty lights, and I need that shitty fucking look on his face.
Bad audio and a lack of interest. Lots of yawns.
Dude,
these are the kind of things that are going to get you on the show. All right.
303-578-8952. Send us.
I've never wanted to quit the show more. This is really good.
Oh my god! Watch it happen.
I can't wait. I can't
Season 9 premieres this Sunday, y'all, right here on this channel, twitch.tv/scrubhop. Tune in to maybe see the replacement episode of Troxy Cotton live on the air, or just come back for a brand new season. Share this link, tell your friends.
Season 9, guys. We made
probably just be regular.
Yeah, that probably.
We made it. It's probably going to be regular. We don't.
Why you gotta fucking shit on my build-up? But yeah, please, like I said, comment, share, tell your friends. You guys, we appreciate you. We love you. We'll see you right here on Sunday for season 9. And
the only guy that does production on the show, you idiot.
Oh, the only guy? Oh, wow. Now you're going to talk shit on your boy up there. You know, this is what you do. Thank
you, JDirty, for everything you do for Scrub Hop Talk. We'll see you guys on Sunday.